everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another series review. I just recently watched Orphan Black and the episode was called Beneath Her Heart. In this particular episode, Kira is with she is with what's her face? Can't think of her name right now. Anyway, she's with her, and of course, she says she can't be trusted, and of course, nobody else. Well, Kira doesn't really believe that, and Allison and her friends, they come over, and of course, she thinks it's going to be swinging, and they bring magic mushrooms, and she completely relapses, and there is a community out of gathering, and Donnie later gets Rachel. Sorry, Kira's with Rachel. I couldn't think of Rachel's name, but Rachel actually brings her a rat, and she explains to Kira that this rat has the ability to shed its skin if it feels like it's being approached by a predator as response, a kind of evolutionary response and ability to elude its prey. Interestingly enough, there's a lot of back and forth and kind of disjointed quality about this episode, which makes a lot of sense due to the fact that Allison gets high off of the mushrooms and her former dealer comes back, and I thought I knew that thread was going to return. Another thread returns too, the one with Leaky, and a lot of things are unearthed, pardon the pun. I won't go into what, where, how, and why in this particular instance because it's way too much of a spoiler, and if I reveal it, then people who haven't seen the episode are going to say, how dare you, you spoiled the episode for me, I hate you. I won't do that, but anyway, this was a good episode to see Allison dealing with her demons, especially in that public setting. And I thought, oh, good Lord, is she doing that because she's still kind of coming off of it? Or does she realize that she does have an issue and Felix comes in for an intervention and Honey, yeah, her laced tea, he gets a little bit too much and he gets tipsy, and he of course he's in Highland garb, so of course if you know the true Highlanders don't wear underwear, so he falls on his back, he falls prone and they can see his penis. I thought, yeah, that was funny. Speaking of which, Felix, you got to see his glorious tuchus in this episode. Well, I really missed that. And of course, Sarah makes the remark. She says, why do you have to paint naked? And I thought, fan service. Woo-hoo. That's the reason why. We like seeing Felix's bum. Please don't discount us fangirls. We love a little bit of bum every so often. I mean, who doesn't? It was glorious to see that again, I thought. And I thought, that whole underlining story with Sarah and the cops again, and they go to investigate Donnie and Allison, and I thought, they're going into the garage. This will not end well, and of course it doesn't. I'm not going to say what happens, but you know what's going to come. You know what's going to happen next. It's pretty self-explanatory, and I feel like Captain Obvious, but what happens, and Rachel is given a little bit of surprise by Sarah, or Allison, not Sarah, but it was so satisfying to see that. I thought, thank goodness it's all starting to make a little bit of sense, and the little subplot with Helena, of course, it's interesting to see where she ends. She's in a little, I guess you could call it an asylum. I'm not sure what you would call that for women who need help, and she's still very pregnant, it seems, with the twins, because she knows that she's being followed, and she knows that their Neo-Lucian's probably going to come after her kids. And I hated what they said to Allison in this episode, especially about MK, and it made her feel just completely worthless. And they said, "Oh, we're not interested in your vapid existence." I thought, ooh, they know how to cut low, but they said even MK had more value than she did, and I thought, no, they're all of value. Why would you have to make that kind of remark? That was uncalled for, and it was very unsettling. And they had a funeral to MK, and it was very sad, and hopefully she didn't die for nothing, because I felt like, why did she have to be killed by Ferdinand? It just, I guess, wrong place, wrong time, and emotions got the better of him, and he was angry at Sarah, and I mean, not Sarah, but Rachel, sorry. I'm not sure why I'm getting names all mixed up, but he was warranted to be as furious as he was. He was just completely livid at Rachel for being had, and why wouldn't he? He's just her little boy toy and overly priced plaything. This episode was absolutely sensational, and I'm looking forward to further episodes down the pike to see how it ends. I've got my theories on how it will end. Hopefully they won't mess too much with other characters, and if Casima dies, I'm gonna be very upset, because she's my favorite character out of all the characters in the clones. And speaking of clones, Allison kind of breaks the fourth wall, and she nearly reveals the whole sisterhood, and that part's so funny. And when she's at the event, the community event, and calling out her fellow Christian and saying, "Oh, you're a hypocrite, and you got those pills, and I sold them to you," I thought, oh, that whole operation has come crashing down because she got high off shrooms, and that's what happens. You blurt out things that you normally wouldn't blurt out to the public, and it was insanely good. And I can't wait until next episode. So until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, Tootsie.